We binged the latest sensation on Netflix. Like this has been number one show on Netflix global top 10 list for a while now, and we binged it. The Billionaire's Bunker. One thing that really drew me to the show was the fact that it's from the makers of Money Heist.
Yes, like I saw that fulfill. It was a phenomenal show when it dropped, and that was you don't even told me that the creators of La Casa de Papel. I just said definitely I'm watching this because I was actually wanting to say what's on the billionaires bunker? Do I have that time? And the premise was saying people are trapped in a bunker and they have to they can't stand each other. So I'm like not really it didn't really sell it for me, but La Casa de Papel creators sold it for me.
I did not watch Money Heist, so I was like, okay, let me at least hop on this trend now that it's
Yeah.
going on. Let me ride the waves with you guys. That's why I pressed play. But everybody's split about this show. Is it good? Some people are saying because there's a twist in this show right from the beginning, and people are like, oh well, what is this
Really?
necessary? The rating is so poor. Is this necessary? And some are saying, oh, it's a nice show. It exposed how the rich people are. So whose side are we on right now? Anyway, welcome to our channel. My name is Enifome.
And my name is Vokem. So this story follows Max Varela. It opens with Max, and he's a wealthy young man in prison. He talks about how he lost the love of his life due to drunk driving, and he was a driver. So he was being released from prison, and immediately his father said to him that we have to go to this underground bunker. We've already planned everything. Everything's planned out. So you have to come with me because a global nuclear war is coming, and this bunker turns out to be this lavish place called Kimera, where the rich and wealthy decide to stay until the world gets back to its senses.
Yeah, and spoiler alert in case you haven't seen the first episode, because there's a twist here. So if you haven't seen it, pause our video, or you can watch it if you don't mind spoilers, and come back when you are done with the first episode as we talk about the show.
Yeah.
So, spoiler alert, the apocalypse that is actually going on is actually false. Beast, owner of this bunker, Minerva and her team faked this apocalypse, scammed these billionaires to be in this place so that she can take their money. She called it the
Yeah.
biggest heist or the biggest embezzlement scam ever.
Yeah.
Isn't that not crazy?
This twist made me love the show. Like it made me love the show.
It made me sit up.
It made me sit up. Like when I was watching the show, I was just curious. Okay, what's going on here? Because I would just love story. I was just okay. Then I heard that okay, this is like a scam because in as much as it really like shows what the rich people can do and how they're willing to spend their money,
Yeah.
basically. But at the same time, it also shows you how human beings reason, how we think, how we
Yeah.
see things. Because we can point fingers all we want and say, "Oh, rich people will pay for anything," but still and still, if you had the means, you most likely pay to be in this bunker as well.
Yeah, I think Chris mentioned that one of the reasons why they made the show was because or was inspired by COVID-19 and how they said
Yeah,
rich people were actually
started
started
doing
making bunkers.
creating
So that's where
bunkers.
the
Yeah.
idea was born from. So we're going to talk about the twist now. One Redditor said that they watched the first episode of Billionaire's Bunker on Netflix. The episode one twist ruined everything, and I will not be watching the rest of the series.
Yeah, so the big question is that do you think that revelation ruined the entire show? I think it saved the show. I don't think it ruined it at all.
I think it's one of the reasons why I sat up like, ooh.
Yeah,
'Cause I think the problem now is that people expect some kind of apocalyptic
yeah,
show for
yeah.
real, and I don't mind this one. My one's like, okay, how
I
are these
love it.
people
I love
going
it.
to spin everybody? How are you going
Yeah,
to keep them here? Are you going to kill them at the end of the day when
yeah,
you're done taking their money
yeah.
or not? So I love the twist that happened.
I loved it so much. I think it's one of the best twists I've seen in a while. I loved that it was one revealed early, and that's something about Spanish shows and
Yeah,
K dramas. They'll tell you this is what you're in for, so buckle up.
yeah,
And I buckled up.
yeah. I think it's one of the best things that they revealed it now. Because imagine
Yeah.
they revealed it in episode 5
Yes,
or
that
episode 8
it's a
that
scam
it's this
or
thing. If it's episode 8, the final episode, I'll be like, okay, maybe they want us to watch the second season. But when they release in episode 1, I'm like, yes, this is
good.
not pointless. This makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah. And now that people hate it so much, I'm worried I will not have a season 2 because I actually want season 2.
I was listening to this critic on says that Billionaire Bunkers is marketed as a survival dystopia, but it ends up playing as a glossy soap opera with a bargain being apocalypse.
Well, for me, at a point, it was dragging and it was becoming disgusting.
Yeah, it did feel like a soap opera, and I
At a
was pissed
point,
at it.
yeah, at a point, I know that love and all this is happen. I know that the Spanish people they can be passionate. I know, but I hated it.
I
I
hated
cannot even take it
I hated the
anymore.
soap
I
opera,
hated
the
it
soap
so
opera
much.
thing.
The girl, especially Max and the girl's sister
Asia.
and Asia, they were. It was felt like somebody was dragging nails over iron or whatever. I just didn't like it at all. I could not stand it.
I hated it so much.
I
Like
could not stand it.
the family, like I'm okay with drama. I knew there was going to be drama with characters
Yes,
there,
of course.
and
I know
this
there will be
that's.
love. Yeah,
But at the same time, it was just so irritating because I feel like I wanted to see the people pulling behind the strings
yeah,
here. I want to see
yeah,
more of
yeah. I
them.
want
When
to
when I
see
saw them and they were pulling some strings outside, I was like, oh yes, oh
good.
I was interested in that. But when it came to the life of Mark's family, their tangled ropes of stories, I hated it so much. But the creator said that one of the creators, Alex Fina, described the show as a Russian doll. That the twist was what opened
Yeah,
the plot into different genres from a heist or a con artist drama to a family soap opera, and while it's maintaining the lens of how well the people behave.
yeah.
But I'm like, I don't like it.
I understand. I really do understand that romance can be complex, especially in places like this. Tensions like high and everything, but some things are just over dramatized. The squeezing of the knuckle,
A boy fighting up
the
and
boy
down. I
fighting.
understand that he'll be suspicious because he
Is
just came from jail and he okay, this is like an enclosed
yeah,
space. I
yeah.
understand his hesitation with everybody, but at the same time, he's just off.
Asia and her breathing. I like the family drama. I like the family drama that okay now the parent. I don't like what mother did to the father. Do that. Oh, she just but it was a breakup with him, but I still like it. I like the family drama,
I
the
don't hate it.
complexity, except the grandmother. Yeah, I don't really think it wasn't necessary. I don't really think grandmother's own was necessary, but the entire complex love triangle between the best friends and the mother, I liked it. But Lucy, Asia, and Max is on cut the show.
I don't mind a good drama because it's a lot of things at stake now. I don't mind it. But
Yeah.
I just felt like they shouldn't have done it too much because we're actually focusing on what is happening here. A fake apocalypse is going on. People in the outside world will try to reach out for these people.
Yeah.
And why did wealthy people just decide to pay such a ridiculous amount of money
Yes, to
and start
live
running
on
to a
that. I love that.
bunker?
That's I just
They did
really
not care
wish.
about their other family members
Yeah,
or their friends
friends,
until they got here when one character was like, okay, he could have paid for
his
his
friends.
friends. He's not even touched his entire net worth. I'm like, so now you think about it. That your other friends and family could have been here, but no, you're so selfish.
It's how human beings behave, and also human beings. I'm thinking that oh, might be too overcrowded. And people love exclusivity too.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be part of our exclusive club, you know. They don't care about the poor people. If I told them that they should bring it was $50 million now that they each brought. They told them to bring it now to okay, fight poverty and some sort of good cause. Uh-uh. So it just really shows you the layers. Even the people that are scamming them too, are they any better? That's questions that really the show also poses as well.
Yeah.
The creator said that they wanted to explore how wealth warps people under pressure. So that's what I think, and I think the show delivered on that front. So whenever it's time to really just show how these rich people that used to be command people, that used to put people under their thumb, they now became the puppet master of this girl and her brother, and it's just really interesting to see. Interesting to see to me.
Yeah, it was nice because it's not because why people are saying, oh, the show is not about the apocalypse. I don't think it's just about surviving or okay, this will be the last point in the world. It's how
Yeah.
their power is and how when you take away their money from them,
Yeah.
what would they do? Now they're forced to confront their feelings, their secrets
Yeah.
in their life,
Yeah.
or am I okay in this marriage? I'm not really happy.
Mm.
Now they're just there's not a lot of things you can use your
Yeah.
money to do right now or to buy.
Yes.
So you're forced to have a relationship with your family members and people around you in your
And be under
society.
people's control.
Yeah, so that's it. It's not just about surviving the apocalypse. Although I like shows about like this a lot. I like apocalypse shows.
I love quality shows, and I went in blind though. So
I went in
I
blind.
went
I
in
knew there was
blind.
I knew there was something, but I did not know what it was. I just saw for uniform. I did not really watch the trailer. I'm
I
like,
didn't
okay,
watch. I don't watch trailers.
from the creators of Money Heist. I said, okay, I'm going to press play.
I went in completely blind. Like I just want to know what the bunker is about, and I was pleased.
So who's your favorite or your least favorite character?
I don't have a favorite character or a least favorite. My least favorite character is Asia, because she acts like an idiot. I just feel like she was just doing too much. Okay, you've had a crush on your sister's boyfriend.
My sister is
Your
dead.
sister is there. Maybe because I was just
He
irritated
just
by
came
the
from
entire
jail.
plot line. I just think it was just too much.
It was too
Or
much.
maybe because of how they were acting it out, the breathing, her just watching their videos, and I just feel like Aisha was just idiotic. Anyway,
Asia is idiotic because tell me how okay, your sister died, you don't know like this person is the cause of your sister's death, he fled from the
Yeah.
scene. There's a
Which was
possibility,
mad at him.
yes, there's a possibility your sister would have survived if he did not just
Yeah,
flee,
flee.
or you think there's a possibility that she would have survived. Okay, he's back from jail. You haven't seen him for what, 3 years, and he's back. He also gets forgiveness from your family. He gave you your
Yeah.
sister's phone, and you're acting like a dummy.
A big dummy. Then the only I don't really have a favorite character. The only person, okay, Asia is Charlie's favorite as well.
Yes, Emily's favorite.
I don't really have a favorite character. The only person I felt something for was Aspado. I was really banking on this character. Like, okay, I need you to sniff this thing. I need you to realize. And people were so smart. They really tried to help him because they tried to make him lose focus because he doesn't really making things like making him overstimulated so he cannot think and focus very well.
Yeah.
So there's one character that I had so much faith in that okay, the fate of these people and this entire thing lie in your hands. So it's one person I was really laser focused on. So yeah, I don't give any too much spoilers on this character, but he's
I
one
want to
person
give
that I
spoilers.
was.
So okay, if you have not seen it last episode, you can pause here once again
Yeah,
and go ahead
yeah,
to watch it and come back and tell us what you think. I like him. I like what happened with him. I
yeah.
was the entire thing. Even I was even stimulated. Like, oh my God,
Yes,
this
it
is one
was
person.
like I was the music. Every time I was like, oh my god.
This much one person. The excitement and everything was really high, and I like him. But he's not my favorite character though. But I like his part and his story.
Yeah, I like
there.
his part.
Well, let me just say my favorite character. First, I want to say. I think my favorite character has to be Minerva's brother.
Zero.
And it's not like my favorite, but I find him interesting what he did
Okay.
in the second episode where
Yeah.
he pushed her lover to her death because everything banks on, or this whole plan is just, if this has to work,
Yeah.
everybody has to make it work. That's
Yeah.
the only thing. Because if the police catch wind of what's going on here, they'll be arrested. That's the
Yeah.
end of this entire scheme. So him protecting it, and he's just, I think it's largely the brains behind this thing.
Yeah.
But I still don't know.
Sister, I see the brain.
Yeah, she's still the brains idea. But I still don't know why they will go this far, because I feel like if we have taken the money from billionaires to build the bunker,
We have just run away.
yeah,
Yeah.
it took a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort.
And it's this high end bunker, like very sophisticated.
When I say luxury,
Yeah, they have this sophisticated artificial intelligence. So we want to know more. Although they already gave us a reason that okay, the rich people eat the rich basically.
yeah. All this eat the rich. People should be careful how much people are releasing.
At the point I was like, okay, now we feel bad for rich people, and the rich have feelings too. The rich
I
also
don't
cry.
feel bad for them really. I just really want to see how they will execute
Yeah.
the entire plan. So now at the end of the show, we see Max and Aisha with this their plan. I don't think it's so brilliant, trying to go outside to go and get. I don't know how Max alone is going to get a dialysis machine and bring it into a bunker that is down how many feet below. Think about it. How do you bring a dialysis machine to a lake? Because the bunker is actually located under a lake. So
Yeah.
you have to come up on a bridge, go down the tunnel and all before you get to the bunker. So I don't know how Max alone wants to do that, and how he will be let back inside here. If there was really this life-ending situation, I don't think I would let you back in. Die. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, true.
I won't let you back
I will
in.
not let you back in.
Why
But
would I let you back
like,
in?
what if really we are fighting against these things? Yeah, that's true.
You will not be let back in with your radiation and all. Who asked you to go? Not me. And I don't think he will make it outside. I just feel like he's not going to make it outside the bunker.
Oh, that ending was so high pressure. I was holding my breath, like, okay, open this thing, like, open the door. I had a
If
fun
he opens
time.
the door,
but
he's going to die immediately.
you think Matt's gonna die in this movie? Are you serious? It's not
I
gonna
don't
die. He's the
think
main
twice.
character.
So if he goes outside, how is he going to find himself back to the bunker and bring police and everything?
Yeah.
Or if he goes outside, that means the show is over.
Yeah.
I think he's going to die immediately.
I think they will fight.
Brings his head out,
But
or
I
he will never be able to make it out.
I don't think Max is going to die because he's one of the main characters here, except the creators are crazy. Anyway, they have a lot of main characters
outside,
anyway.
That's
But
the end of the bunker.
I just, for prediction, if we get a season 2, Netflix, please, yes, please. Please, because I know you will cancel a lot of great shows, so please. I think that if we get a season 2, I think Max will know that outside there's no any radiation, any nonsense.
So he's going to
Then
want to
he
come
will
back
not
for
be
his family and Aisha.
He will not be able to go outside. I don't think he will just see a peak, like, oh, there's no radiation, any nonsense. And they'll like, stop there. They'll now put him in that their confinement that they're always threatening to put him in. I think that's what will happen to him.
I hope so. I don't know.
But yeah,
anybody
Asia
who has paid money for this should not even have any knowledge of something's going on outside there.
Exactly.
So I think either he should go outside and he should be shot toe. Should be things set down for this because
Yeah.
look at how they killed Guillermo's partner like so fast in
Yeah.
Bangkok.
Yeah.
So if that can happen, I think there should be somebody ready to shoot down Max.
I think at least we deserve to know what the end game is here because, like you said, after they pay, if people are paying me $50 million each, they will not see my back.
And there are for some people, 45 billionaire
You will not
families
see
here.
the end. You will never see how I look like. And once they want to scam more, and they got up to $900 million from a scam that they did after setting up this entire elaborate scheme. So they're setting up these things, paying actors, and I really want to know what the end game is here.
That's
What is
a lot of money
Minerva
is being
and
spent on putting this thing
yeah,
together.
what is Zero and his sister's plan? I want to know.
Do you think they have like a beef with one of the families here?
I think they do. I think so because when they showed their upbringing, the place was. When I saw that, I said, "You even have a decent house." So people can only dream of this. Then they found that their mother had to leave them. She said she cannot take being a mother. I think there'll be more layers if you know if you watch Spanish TV or these Spanish
Oh,
shows.
not
There are going to be more twists, more cards of their slaves. And I am sad. I enjoyed this show, Abek, and I don't know about you people.
I
Abek.
know about the part
I'm
of
surprised.
the soap opera, but those people say like, oh my god,
Yeah,
Aisha,
I
my
agree.
parents,
I
hate you.
agree.
Oh.
I agree. Aisha was a mama, and that her breathing. Oh my gosh. Then the knuckles and it was too much for me. But I
Max,
had
I don't like Max. Max is the worst.
Max.
That's why I want him to be shot dead.
Max is handsome, please. Max is
He's
handsome.
handsome, but
I
he's
cannot.
annoying.
What will I?
I
Be
wish
angry
another
at him?
fine rich boy in the bunker now.
I beg, Max is handsome. I cannot be angry at him. I
I
also say,
wish.
Aisha, you are not making me not to be angry at this boy. Please leave him alone. Okay? He was even oblivious to the entire thing.
I think he's
of
still oblivious, so I don't know.
It was just very sudden, like I have always loved you. Hey, when I'm in serious parts to going
Why
outside.
did she not want her star's phone? Because obviously she don't care about watching videos of her star. And I'm sure her sister took pictures and made videos of herself.
Exactly.
So why is the only one that Max sent her sister that she's looking at, or the one that Max and her sister inside? You want to be sudden have a life outside of Max?
Exactly.
I don't like
and
it
it's
at
his
all.
sister's phone. So every single thing is Max's videos. I
Over her head under
see,
the
I'm
like this girl, will you get out of my face?
Aisha is annoying.
When her father took it, I said, very good. I've had enough. I've had enough. When your father cut out, I said, yes, I've had enough. What is this? It's a weird family, please. We can't even go to the family dynamics of how the father, the mother,
and you know what I'm not thinking because they keep on hammering on the past 20 something years.
Max is the father's son.
That yes. They keep hammering on it. I said, if you want to bring that leg here, we can go there. We can go there. So
like the father hates
yeah,
his son.
Yeah. They love a good drama, and I'm here for it. It's nice. It's one of those things I just enjoy.
So it's worth the binge, I guess.
It's worth the binge. I don't know about you, but it's worth the binge. Although at a point I was getting tired, I said, "Are you not getting finished?" Because there was a day that was the only time I was watching. I'm like, "Are you not finishing? Are you not get to the end?" So yeah,
I feel like that.
There are some times that you feel that way. Those soap opera part. When it's time for the scam, and
I'm already
sad.
like, that's the only part I'm interested in.
Yeah.
This scam. You told people that the world is ending. You now even show them a video.
Lock them.
An elaborate scam. Like I wish I was part of it. I admire. I think it's a brilliant idea. I don't think it's lazy writing the twist because I'm like, oh, twist is just like a lazy writing. It's not lazy writing.
It's not because
really
they're also
good.
showing you how the world can get in trouble through AI.
It's good social commentary.
Yeah.
I like the show. I'll
liked
give it 3.
3 stars is too small for this show. I'll give it
I'll
4
give it
out
3
of
because of
5.
the idea, but I wish I saw more of
Yeah.
the brains behind this heist.
Yeah, yes, and when they've been showing about the heist, how they came about it, I think it's kind of too explanatory. So yeah, but I'll give it 4 out of 5 because I love the twist. I just love the show. The only reason why I knocked off 1 star is because of the soap opera part.
What about why I knocked off 2?
Yeah.
Because I cannot be saying Aisha and Max all the time.
I love you. The boy was so confused, like, okay, well done. Anyway, let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah, what do you think? Are you on the side of Billionaire Bunker's twist? Doesn't make any sense. Is it twist garbage or is it a genius plan?
Yeah, please. You can say genius or garbage and just explain small so that YouTube will not think that it's spamming the comment section. So just say garbage, then tell us why you think it's garbage, or genius, why you think don't use garbage. Maybe I don't even know, but just leave a comment anyway because everything is sensitive.
All right, bye.
Bye.